There it is.
Hey! Welcome, everybody, to The Perfect Pair. I am your host, Tangerine.
I'm Marty.
And today, I'm trying to cool down because I was running on set. Yes, I'm breathing hard, but welcome to Studio B. We out here at different studios and stuff. This is how we doing. So in honor of today, it's the All-Star game, right?
Yes.
So because it's the All-Star game, I had to wear the shirt of the GOAT, of my favorite player.
Let's just leave it right there.
The best
like, your
ever,
favorite player.
King James. So shout out.
Let's leave it
to
at
LeBron James.
Your favorite player. Let's leave it at your favorite player.
LBJ.
And I am wearing a birthday gift from my son, and it is a throwback Grant Hill jersey. And I just paired it up my way. So that's what we did today. And she is texting. So she's gonna get that in order, folks.
Yes, because they be telling us that something go wrong. So I always have to check to make sure everything is right. Because if it doesn't start exactly on time, I will get it. My mom just said, put up link on Facebook. It's on. Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Let's go on Facebook. See, this is what I say. I have to check. The people, they let me know. It's on.
It's on.
It says live. What is she? Maybe she wanted us to start early.
Maybe it was when she first started, when we had just the countdown going. Because it's up. It's up. Okay, so moving right along, we're going to do
my favorite part of the show. Hey. This is the drink time with Shake and Enjoy.
And today I put the recipe up yesterday. We're going to have a cocktail called The Life of Pi. It was inspired by the Oscar-nominated movie Life of Pi, and it is a rum cocktail. So y'all know I really don't like to get into the multiple shaking while we talking, because today I feel like we're going to have some really good information today, so we don't want to cause a lot of ruckus. So I'm going to make a double for us, but I did put the individual recipe up for everybody to see it online yesterday in my stories. I didn't put it up on my page, so don't go look in there. Or if you just feel so inclined to try it out, you can purchase a copy of Shake and Enjoy, the digital or hardcover copy, and it's on page 21. So we are going to add some ice to the shaker. I'm just going to make both of us a double so we can get into the guests that we have and, really get as much information and, help all of you out. So
I'm excited.
You're excited? I'm excited.
And plus, you're making doubles for both of us. Y'all know how much. Yeah, it's Sunday. So what I did do, y'all, because if you're my Facebook friend, you found that I was a little devastated. I had gained some weight when I went to the doctor. And I was really sad about life. So now I'm trying to only drink on Sundays. Even though I drank yesterday and it was Saturday. I think I did have a drink on Friday. But I think I just had one. But that's good. I went like Monday through Thursday with no drink. One on Friday. Just a couple early Saturday. So, I'm here today.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking when you're out?
Hey, Mom. So Friday.
What are you drinking?
I had me some Degc and peach juice. So delicious.
I'm sure.
Yesterday, when I went to my sister's house, because I haven't seen her in real life since January. So she let me come over, and we had some 1738 and cranberry juice at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I went to go get my makeup done. And Terry, who did that fabulous beat yesterday, we were drinking Prosecco. Then add a little bit of Prosecco after I got my makeup done. And then that was it for the rest of the day.
Okay. So okay.
So it's like I worked it out through the day just by, it's blue.
Yeah, it's blue. It is blue. Yes, it is.
So, and while she's doing this, I'm so excited, but I can't. Oh my God. I'm ready. We have a little screen here, so now we can see, and now we don't have to lean over and try to face the screen. So I told y'all every time we're gonna get a little bit better. So yes, mine was a lot of sugar, but I can have sugar today because this week is we're not counting calories because we have salt and vinegar chips and peanut M&Ms on set.
Mom, I'm not getting involved. Mom, I'm not a part of this at all. I didn't get into this. Hey, Aishika.
Hey, Aishika.
I'm not getting into this, Mom. I'm not. She just told us what she was working on, what she was devastated about, and then, she had a good week. So that's it.
So,
that's it. That's what we're gonna do.
So I'm ready.
Okay.
To taste that.
All right.
I clean my palate.
With the water. Okay.
Mm-hmm. With the water.
I'm not gonna mess with you today.
I had a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. Everything is right in my world today.
And now you can slow down now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I done caught my breath. This light is hitting me just right, baby. Let me tell you. I just looked at myself like, damn. No filter needed. Shantae, don't look like that.
I'm here every week. I'm here every week for the jokes, folks.
Me too.
I'm here every week for the jokes. I just want y'all to know.
Hey, Rashonda. I got some Jello. The Jello pops. I'm glad I just saw Rashonda's name. I still got some in the freezer. We're gonna have to try in the refrigerator later on today.
Jello pop?
Yes, she made them like the little popsicle. She made them in the popsicle thing, so they're longer because I went out of town. Last week I went out of town when you had the show and Tell Your Sisters. Y'all did a great job, but they are not going to take over the perfect pair. They were looking a little too comfortable.
They were.
You were looking a little too comfortable too. I needed to tell you that. You were smiling and laughing a lot and feeling so comfortable.
That's just how we get down.
This is our show.
This is how we get down when we are together.
But it was good. Okay, you ready? Did you drink yours?
I did not. I had water. Okay, something. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers to the producer.
This thing good.
Yeah.
Baby.
Tastes like summertime. It tastes like summertime.
Summertime. Okay, let's get started.
Get started.
This is delicious. First time having it. Wait a minute. Love it. Love it. Wrong drink name. Switch your drink name. That's a basil.
This a basil vodka gimlet.
Mine is showing drink like a pie.
Whoa. I didn't enter the clubhouse room, y'all. Sorry.
Okay.
So your man, wait a minute. So your man brings his side chick to spend the night and tell you to sleep on the couch.
What are you gonna do, ladies? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Wrong show.
Wrong show. But let's answer this before we go to
wrong show.
Ashika just put it out there. So Ashika, let's answer this. So your man bring his sad chick to spend the night and tell you to sleep on the couch. What you do? I mean, is this a real question? Is this? I hope this not real life. Because first of all, if he bring his sad chick to the house, so in order for him to say, she goes. No.
No, it don't say
it's like in order for him to say to sleep on the couch, that means he's still walking and he's still able to verbally communicate. But if you bring your sad chick to my house, I don't see how you'll be able to still verbally communicate with me. I mean, that's throwing me for a loop. So it's gonna be a no for me. Yeah, if he brings them, then you are. But that's gonna be a no for me. Not sure where it came from, but I hope I was able to help you and say leave the situation. He is not the one for you, and you're not the one for him. But if you like Sharon and you were okay with sleeping on the couch, then hey.
I am always aware of the words that come out of my mouth. So I would not be dispelling what I would do if that situation was real, because then it would be called premeditated. And I plan on having a good defense if ever something like that happened. So, roll the dice.
This can't be real life. Please stop putting that up on the screen. This is not the right one. Just don't put it up. We understand. Just don't put it up.
Don't worry.
So
don't worry.
Yeah, we gonna move on. Okay, we go. I don't know what WDWL stands for. Have bail money, April, please. Yeah, I understand.
I'm not.
Greg, you don't even want to know the question.
Greg, don't worry about the question.
Right. Mama say, why do you have a man that's cheating? Mama, he's not her man, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. This might not even be her man. She might be speaking for a friend.
Y'all got me eating M&M's too fast. The show didn't got good.
I don't know, folks, but I'm not at liberty to give information about what I would do in case of situations because I have to make sure that my defense is solid.
Mama, do not be offering your gun. Is you crazy? You can still be arrested for giving her the gun. It's in your name.
Listen, she said that she offered me. She didn't say I was going to use it for a crime. She offered it to me.
You cannot offer because you don't know what she don't know what you would do with it. And if something come back, she done already reported the gun.
Guess what? She
just
offered it to me. She just offered it to me.
Even though that was for my mama. Don't be trying to be my mama's best friend either.
Oh, he wanted to talk to the Joneses. He wanted to talk to y'all last week. I was gonna call y'all, but I didn't want to call y'all, but we were about to call you guys. We were gonna call you. We had a serious situation and we were gonna call you guys for your professional advice. Don't look like that. You offered them up to the world and we're gonna take our opportunity.
I was lying.
Too bad. We got their numbers now. So
you do.
Moving right along.
I think that you like another daughter.
Exactly. Moving right along. So
okay, so now let's move on.
You will be dethroned if I'm here.
No, I'm always the favorite. Don't play no games. Don't play no games. Because you will disappear
if I am here. So as we move on, the next topic, the next section of our show is the What's Poppin' segment. So we're going to go through our current events.
So, current event yesterday, we had a fabulous photo shoot. So, we were able to get made up and get some outfits.
We did it again, people.
We did it again. And let me tell you, it was banging. So we want to shout out Tremaine C Photography.
Yes.
She was awesome. Tremaine, her last name is Seay. She's on my Facebook page. She did an awesome job with branding. She branded us for the perfect pair, as well as she took shots for me for She's Pressed Nails and shots for Marty for Shake and Enjoy.
Yes.
So we can't wait for those pictures to come out. And it was just an awesome time. It was a great vibe.
The kids were wonderful.
Yes.
They were mannerable. It was just a good experience. It was a really good experience. So
thank you, Jamila.
Thank you. So once those images are released, we will be sharing them with you all.
And you can contact her for all your picture needs. Let me tell you. She had it up. We had the background, the lighting. I feel like I could do this for a living.
I don't know if this is DoorDash, but someone is calling my phone.
Go ahead and answer it.
Let's see.
So, and it was amazing.
Hello?
Her kids were awesome. Her son kept complimenting me.
Call you right back. I'm on the show.
Yes. So he told me I had nice braids. I had nice hair. I love your little son. He's so cute, and your daughter is so cute. I love them. Okay. So yeah, that was my current event.
That was a current event. My current event was I don't really have one this week. This week I have been swamped. This week I have really been taken down by some of my responsibilities. So I really wasn't up on anything that was going on outside. So, these few things that I have had, they've been distractions. So I appreciate those things. And shout out to the guy this morning that said he wanted to wish me well on my show today. I know.
Why am I getting?
I don't even know. Like, she don't even know. But I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. So shout out to the guy that told me I was gonna have a good show today. And that was nice.
No, never mind. We're not gonna
this is not cheap liquor. This is not cheap liquor. We don't do that on this show. We don't do this on this show.
I still got my tag on the bottom.
So we are going to move on to the She's Pressed.
She's Pressed. So this segment is my favorite time. This is my my ring, the doorbell just went off, so it may be somebody. Yep, that may be a Shante. I don't know. Look at the doorbell. So you can't see them, but these are the nails for the week. This is called the Maddie B, and why they're like,
oh, the devil is alive.
They are like neon yellow. So something fell.
Wait a minute. The devil is alive. Hold on.
Something fell in another room, and I'm not going after it. I'm closer to the window.
Y'all know I'm ghetto. I gotta go see what.
Keep us safe. Keep us safe.
I gotta see what's going on.
Yes, these are the set. I call them Maddie B because a young lady, 13-year-old, she came up with this design. So I love it. I just added some stones on it. I had it on yesterday in the shoot, and it was awesome. I wanted to put them on today, but like I said, I was rushing. And then what we're releasing on the website this week, we have She's Pressed cuticle oil pens. So you can put these in your purse, or your nails and your cuticles can always be oiled, and you can be shiny all the time and healthy nails. So that's what's new with She's Pressed. I did have an interview this week with a magazine. Well, it was last week with a magazine. So that'll come out March 10th. So I'll be telling you. Well, I guess I can tell y'all now. So you can look March 10th. I had an interview with Michigan Chronicle for Women's History Month, and they wanted to interview women who had careers as well as were entrepreneurs. So they interviewed your girl for She's Pressed because I'm in education, and I'm so excited. So look for that March 10th in the Michigan Chronicle. It will be online. So they have the online website. So check it out. You know, you can come a little bit more into my world.
Okay, I did a full house sweep, and it doesn't appear to be any intruders here.
It just seemed like something fell.
Okay, well, I'm safe. The DoorDash came. Odell got a nice looking young man over there with him.
Is he kind of dark skin?
Yeah.
It's probably his son.
He got a son. Odell got a son?
Yeah, that's the son. We was gonna hook his son up with one of my friends. Yeah. So I'm not gonna.
She ain't hooked up?
I'm on my way.
I mean,
come on, show.
He fair game.
Fair game, and I'm gonna be outside shortly. So,
thank you, Kelly. I'm so excited.
Great. So yeah, that's what's happening. Look at me. Moving on.
All right, let's get this show on the road. So we are. Thank you, Larry. So thank y'all all for y'all well wishes. I am totally excited. Can I stream this to the TV? Yes, you can. Albie Fresh. I like that name, Albie Fresh. So, you said who? So, we're moving on to our topic today. I'm so excited. I know we talked to y'all about our business ventures a couple of shows ago, but we wanted to bring in the experts that can give you some information, some go-to. And I'm actually going to turn it over to you for you to introduce him.
So, this is my friend Gregoire. And
I like that name, though.
I do too. He is the guru, the local guru for anything you need to know regarding business and whatever resources that you're looking for. He probably has the answer, and if he doesn't have the answer, you got about 48 hours before he gonna give you the information. He is a husband, father, positive influence in my life, and I want to share him with you all. So, without further ado, I give you Gregoire.
Woo!
Yeah. I came with him.
And I want to say, I like that name. It sounds so studious, like Gregoire.
He Haitian, y'all. This Haitian Greg.
Never knew that. Haitian Greg. You know Haitian Greg.
Y'all cut my flag out. That's hard.
We can't hear you. Turn your volume up.
Turn your volume up.
My volume is up.
Call your wife.
She gone.
Kalina. Help.
It's on. You can't hear me?
Nope. You on here. Kalina.
No,
okay.
Robert Waite, your background is fabulous.
I know.
I did this.
Oh wait,
they can
now,
hear.
they can hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah,
No,
on
we
your
can't hear them.
on your thing, you turned the volume down.
1,
There
2,
we go.
3, 4. This is on. This is on. Turn this one off.
Okay, y'all. This is off.
No.
Here, you want me to call you?
This mic.
You gotta.
Oh Lord, how you do that?
You gotta go to the screen.
I gotta go to the screen.
I gotta go to the screen. We don't know. We don't understand what's going on.
This is a. Don't worry, guys.
Wait, do you see the mouse on the screen? On that screen? Tell me where to go.
Yeah, go down, 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 go down. Go down, go down, go down. Nope, keep right. Go up, go up. I didn't tell you go up, go up, go up. Over to the left. Yep, right there. Go back. Click it.
What up, Greg? I can't hear y'all now. Yep, that is Gregoire Eugene.
Exactly. Moving right along.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
There we go. And we can hear him.
Can you hear me?
He's holding.
I'm back where I was. I have my phone.
Okay. Nope.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
And I've got it muted. We good.
We good.
Can y'all hear me? Mm-hmm. Why do we? You should have muted. Can we get Gregoire? That's all. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
We just verb now.
Just hold.
Okay.
Are you still in?
I just like that.
That's Basquiat.
That's nice.
Thank you. Y'all cut off my Haitian flag over there to the right, but it's all right.
Okay, we good. Not really. Where we gotta go? Everything.
Two different places we're in town. What
That's the what we need to what else? That's it. Everything else stop. Some fun.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
This is you.
Mm-hmm.
Ashante. The second one, where you can see other.
All right, so Gregoire, tell us about your background.
Okay, so my background is interesting because my parents are. Can you hear me?
Hmm?
Okay, so my parents are Caribbean. My family is from Haiti. So both my biological father and my mother were. My father just recently passed away, but he was an entrepreneur. He was like a serious entrepreneur. Like he was into everything, export, import between different countries. He was into transportation. My mother was more like to go to school, find a job, and was a career woman. So my background is a merger of those two, which will fast forward into what I'm going to get into about my own career. Education-wise, I'm a product of DPS. I was originally born in Miami, Florida, but I'm a product of DPS. I went to Murray Wright, so if it ain't Murray,
It ain't right.
all right.
And
And then when I graduated, I went on a 2-year mission for my church. So that kind of opened my eyes up to be able to interact with everybody. So they threw me in the hills of California with the most richest people in the world. And my job as a Black young man in my 19 and 20s is to try to talk to them and get in their houses and teach them about God or whatever. So just imagine how hard that is. And I'm right outside where Rodney King got beat. I'm in the part of LA that you don't see on TV. So, and then fast forward from that, I did that for 2 years. I got back home and I started at Wayne State. I started off as an account major and then switched that into political science with a focus on city management. So, like a lot of the people, when I graduated, and this was 2008, so this was 2006, 2008, 2007. It was a lot going on, but let's rewind. 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, I actually started working at a flower shop because I met this young lady. It's so crazy. I met this young lady. She had alopecia. Her birthday was February the 15th. And I thought, I didn't know anything about flowers. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get her a dozen flowers every day until her birthday. So when I got to the flower shop, I was really, really told that ain't happening. You can't afford a dozen roses every day because they $200 a dozen. I didn't know how much flowers cost. So the guys at the flower shop liked me they gave me a job to help me so I can afford to buy these flowers. As I walk out the park to go into the parking lot, I meet this guy who owns the funeral home next door, and we start chopping it up. He was like, "You seem like a real smart guy, you in college. Come back tomorrow. I think I want to hire you." So both of these guys hired me like in the same week. I was driving the funeral home guy's car doing deliveries for the flower shop for like maybe like a month or two, and they both came outside at the same time. It was like, "Oh, you a slick little nigga, ain't you?" And from there, they gave me a flower shop on 7 Mile in Hoover. So the funeral guy owned the building. I got all my stocks from the flower shop guy, and opened a second location for this guy. And I did that for like 4 years while I was in college. And I was grossing like 150, almost 200,000 a year. And didn't really know that in college. Didn't even know that was real money. And I was working at the school while I was doing it and doing 16-hour credits. So like I was running all right. So that afforded me to make obviously a lot of money at that time, and also broaden my horizons about like the world and things. Because then that's when I really started traveling. I started meeting different people in a different age group than myself, and then having them school me about a lot of different things. I started getting to home ownership. The funny thing about me, so I didn't move into my own first house until 2012, but I've owned probably like 6 or 7 houses between like 08 and 2012. But I didn't actually move into a house until 2012, which is where I'm at right now. So that's the crazy thing. So I've owned like 8 or 9 houses and never lived in them. And I always like I lived at home with my parents, or I lived in an apartment in Southfield. Because that's that Caribbean side. Like your parents don't ever want you to leave them, so they cry when I moved out. Yeah, it's a funny story. So now I'm done with school. I'm about to get into corporate America. My partner and I with the flower shop decided to part ways and sell because I thought, I'm about to get a job. I'm about to be making some real money because this little 100 and something ain't nothing. I'm about to get a career and all this stuff. Then I really was awakened about the world and how FICA is a real thing, and and when you make more money, they take more money. So, but I still like kind of dibble and dabble with real estate. I started working for the city of Highland Park and as an intern in 08, at the end of 08, but it started in 09. And with that intern, I worked for the state, I worked with the county, and I worked with the city of Highland Park. And so in economic development. So that was my introduction to economic development. I stayed there for like 6-7 years, it seemed like, but it was actually only like 4 years because they took a lot out of me. And then I ventured off into like nonprofit giving. So more of like going and meeting people and trying to focus on funding for small groups, but like in-kind donations. So everything but money, basically. So I did that for 18 months, and then I got my dream job. I started working for Midtown Detroit Inc., and I started working on the M1 Rail project. Rewind, when the M1 Rail project first started, probably in like 2010, I represented the city of Highland Park with the whole project. So fast forward now, I'm helping small business stay afloat during the project because, people, when they see orange cones, they don't want to drive in that area and they don't support the businesses in those communities. So I did that for 2.5 years, and that was great. And then I worked for a small economic development firm that strictly did real estate development. And they're called Develop Detroit, which is Sonia Mays' nonprofit. So I did that for a year, and then now after that, I worked for the Degc, so that Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. Funny tad bit, all my jobs have been on Woodward and Griswold. So everything that I just told you, except the flower shop, has been on Woodward or Griswold. Right. And I literally went from one side of Griswold right across the street. So it's kind of funny. I've only worked on 2 streets in my whole career of like 12 years. Yeah, it's kind of a hilarious little tidbit. And And so today, I own a transportation company. I own a smoke shop with three friends, and then I'm also starting a cannabis company right now. So I'm actually getting licensed to do that. The funny thing is, I don't drink, smoke, or have any tattoos.
Not at all.
And me and Mark got similar tactics. We both gonna have an old school with a bag full of money and no cell phone. We gonna be out when they come looking for us. So ain't no way you. So ain't no way you can identify me.
I'm with it. I want to know more about this cannabis. So are you doing where you sell? Are you trying to grow? Like what type of it?
So my friends and I, or my partners and I, we do grow. We do have a wider range of products. So I got candy, vapes, flour. I have pills that actually keep you in a very good mood for like 24 hours, maybe 12 hours, between 12 to 24 hours, depending on how many you take in your, ability to handle it. Because most people take it and then like in an hour they'll be asleep and then they wake up 12 hours later like I'm feeling good. We got lotion, we got bath bombs. Yep, lotion. So if you got body pains and things like that, it smells good, and they also are like a healing supplement for you also. So a lot of things that we try to focus on. Obviously, everybody wants the Zazas, but there's plenty of people who's dealing with anxiety and also with pain. Like you guys are going like having surgery or something like that, and the doctors want to give you some type of narcotic. There is a cannabis, option that you can take that can help you with your problems.
I was gonna say, is this the same as CBD?
CBD, yeah, it is, but a lot of 99% of the things that I have, 100% of everything that I have it has THC in it. So if you work somewhere where you have to take a drug test, I would not use these items regularly. Even I'm including the lotion and the bath bombs.
Okay.
So they do have traces of THC in them. So, but my argument is to try to get rid of people using narcotics from your hospital because they can destroy your body. Obviously, like we all know.
Okay, Greg, we got to get into some of these questions because the people are firing the questions off. So, if you could go back to the question that we have from International Ring.
What was it?
So the houses, are they rental property or did you fix them up and flip them?
So, Ren, that's a good question. I wish you wasn't on the podcast because I could tell you the whole truth. But so
this is like a sidebar, people. This is how I met Greg. We just two people out here that make money.
And we both had magnums, so it was it.
We both had magnums. So you would see a white one and then you would see a gray one going, but we was trying to make some money.
Yeah. And so with Reem, the homes are housing back then was very interesting because you can get them at a low point of entry point. So you can get a decent home for like a couple $1,000s. 9 out of 10 chances somebody was living in those homes and the landlords lost it because of foreclosure and the crisis that was going on at the time. So a lot of things that we did were like we'll buy the house, try to find a tenant and talk to them and figure out how to get them to buy the house from us. A lot of it's just flipping. Today, to be honest with you, like I only own like 2 houses. But I own, I'm in the process, I own 3 commercial properties that range between 2,200 square feet to the largest is 5,500 square feet. The middle one is 3,800 square feet. And I'm currently trying to purchase an 8,800 square foot building and another 4,600 square foot building. I like commercial properties a lot better. And I wanted to talk about that later when I actually talk about what we here to talk about. because the entry point is cheaper now, because if you go into some of these emerging communities that are in and around Detroit, you can get a property for pretty cheap. But to white box a property, and white box mean is that you got windows, you got a door, you frame the whole place out, you got heating, you got cooling and lights, like electricity. And that's all you got to provide. And then a company or a person who owns the business is going to come in and build that out for you. And then they're going to pay the rent, they're going to pay the utilities, they're going to pay the taxes, and you just collect that rent money. So when you put those things together, your entry point is lower, your return on investment is higher, because once you white box it and somebody build it out, you're gonna triple or quadruple your property value. So now, depending on what type of banking situation you are or what type of financing you're dealing with, you can refinance, buy another building, or next door, build onto what you're doing onto your empire.
Greg, we have a question. They want to know what's the name of your transportation company?
It's GWEL Transportation, so it's my initials, or it's our initials because my boys have the same initials.
So for all of your businesses, did you go in business with your friends?
So the transportation company, I did that myself. I didn't do like regular transportation. So I was more into like flower shop delivery, bakery delivery, and then I just added like Uber and Lyft because it's just extra money. I would think I think Marty was talking about this a while back. Like, if the apps that are all on these phones these days, if we was younger, our lives would be totally different if we had that as kids. Like, but yeah, so I wasn't into like a lot of the medical transportation. It's oversaturated. They don't pay on time. It's very, and the type of insurance that you gotta have, and living in the city of Detroit is really it's not affordable.
I got some questions, but we're gonna
Go ahead.
Do you have anything for type 1 diabetes? My son's with all that.
So I'll
taking this? Do they?
So but I mean at low dosages. I would suggest you look at, I was gonna say, it's a website called leafy.com, and you put in the symptoms that you're having, then you read up on a certain type of cannabis. A lot of cannabis, which a lot of people don't know, you don't have to smoke it. Like, you can actually ingest it into like a drink or like a smoothie, and that's actually the better way to take it, to help it to actually help you physically. So, yep, there you go, leafy.com.
Interesting.
Okay, we've got another question from Leslie Allen.
Was it difficult to get the licenses for your cannabis company as a Black man?
No, actually, if I was a felon, it'd be even easier. Like, shoot, I made some bad decisions. I made some too many good decisions in my past. I probably wouldn't have.
If it was a felon, it'd be easier.
Oh yeah. So the cannabis company, I would say, theoretically, it's Black reparations. Because I mean, who could sell narcotics or drugs, Schedule 1 drugs, better than Black people? Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, you got all the things against you, and if you've been rolling for like a good 10 to 15 years and you ain't went to jail, it might be your calling. Like, so with that being said, no, it's not hard. So you have to do your social equity first, and that's with the state. If you are a Detroit resident, you want to go do your Detroit legacy application, and basically you just got to prove that you live in the last 30 years, you've lived in Detroit for 15 years.
It don't have to be consecutive, people. No, it doesn't have to be consecutive.
And then it is expensive. So let's say you do your social equity. So I did my social equity, and because I lived in Detroit for 5 or more years in a low income area, they gave me 25% off from that 25% off, my application cost was only $4,500. I hired a lawyer, and the lawyers went through my application, put everything together for me, and then turned it in. And then they send me emails when they need more information. So, but you got to stay on top of it, and they give you a week to, follow up if you're missing some documents. Like they sent me something Friday, and I'm missing some things, and so I'm correcting those right now. And I would say don't do it as an individual, do it as a business, because later on we'll talk about that. But yeah.
So, what are some things that people who want to get into business in Detroit, what are some things that they can, what are some resources they can go to?
Okay. So, as a business, so if you want to open a business, let's say first, you need to be able to control your personal lifestyle. So that means, because you got to think about it, if you're running a business and running your personal financing, it's going to be hard to stay on top of both of them. So if you got to take care of home first, and not every, if you got a good idea and it's going to make money, blase, I'm not telling you not to go ahead and move forward with it. But if you have a home, you make sure your house paid off first. Because that house will be an asset for you later if you get in the bind. And then you need to figure out, don't just jump into business. You need to first figure out where you want to be at. Where the market strong for people like you. So whatever you're interested in doing as a business, you need to go. There's a Detroit Score is a company, and they have data that can tell you, hey, if you want to open up this type of business, these are the areas that you need to be in. These are the communities that need these things. Because people do market studies about the city all day and every day. So, and there's some people that you can talk to about that. So we can start at the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation, where I work at. So that place can help you with real estate. That place can help you with business development. And it also can help you navigate city and state, issues that you may enter into. From DTE, trying to get your power cut on, trying to get, scheduled. We're going to talk about, at the Degc, we have what's called district business liaisons. And I think during the course of the show, all these websites will be populated to you guys. So at the business district liaison, there's 7 of them because there's 7 Detroit districts. So if you live in, like, for example, 48221 or 48203 Detroit, you're probably in District 2. And so you need to know who your city council person is, you need to know who your DBL is, and you need to know who's your neighborhood don. And then you need to find out if there's any what's called an economic development corporation in that area. So in District 2, we got Live 6. And then you have the Livernois Business Association. So that's just off of like the 48221 area. But then if you go further down, there's one on 6 Mile and Outer Drive area. There's one on Southfield and 6 Mile. Those groups are very good because they kind of know the lay of the land. They know what's going on in the community, and then they can help you navigate how to run your business correctly.
Okay. I'm just looking at the questions. So set up shop where there is a need for your product or service. Is that right? What you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, like for an example, it was a wonderful store called High Flyers. They sold children clothes. It's hard to find little clothes for little boys. And she was in Midtown, but the problem was that Midtown didn't have a lot of young families there because it's too expensive. But she had great product, but at a higher range. Like, she should have been in downtown or in a suburban community. Like, Midtown wasn't the right spot for her because the numbers weren't there for her.
Okay. So how does does the DEGC help people find locations for their business?
Yes, and now depending on how big you are. So if you're a large business, so like we do a lot of industrial development. So like just about when Chrysler did their expansion, we helped them with that. So we have a small business team at the Degc, and so Motor City Match is a program that the city had, and so they actually go on a website and it'll show you landlords that are looking for tenants.
Okay.
And so, but I personally think that because the entry level that people are, if you own your own business and you're looking for a location, I would suggest that you find a space that you can purchase. And don't get like one of those like standalone, just one store. I know everything is not for everybody, so there's always somebody that you can hire to take care of it. So if you have a small business and you're able to purchase a storefront with like 5 different storefronts on it, you need to buy that whole 5 storefront. Then you put your business on there. Then you get a management company to manage the rest of those. Because at the end of the day, if your business don't work out for whatever reason, you still have this income coming in. Okay. And if you own your business and it's not working out, you can move your stuff out. Your management company can come in and they can help you rent that space out so that you still be making money and that you don't belly up. And then you got equity in your building. So if times really get hard, you can refinance or whatever to figure out how to stabilize your income until you're getting more income coming in. Okay. So, and I only say that because the entry point of Detroit right now is so low. In 5 years, people are gonna be really mad at themselves that they didn't take advantage of purchasing commercial property.
I've been sick a couple times already.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Let me write this down. So it seems like I am asking all the questions right now. So do you have any questions?
I have so many questions, but I know he wants to talk about commercial property later. So if a person
go ahead, ask me.
If a person is interested, so one thing that I want to do is buy a property. Are you saying instead of me trying to buy a house and rent it out or flip it to just look for commercial?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you like your business is nails, right?
Right.
So how many estheticians you know that's trapping out the house right now?
A lot.
There you go. So it all coincides because you're getting a like-minded business that works with your business. You can come get your nails done. You can go see an esthetician. You can get your hair done. Like, so if you have different spaces where these different people can rent, like I met a girl, she was an esthetician. She got her license. She was teaching classes out of her apartment. It was like 800 square feet. She was gonna rent the apartment across the hall from her and pay like $600-700 a month and just blow the whole apartment out so that she can teach classes and do other stuff so that she wouldn't be disturbing her son. Instead of just obviously just going and like you're making that kind of money, you can just go and purchase a building.
So we have another question. Can you tell us the difference, explain in podcast terms, what's the difference between a corporation and an LLC?
So yeah, I would.
Is there a better option?
I would talk to an attorney because I don't want to steer you wrong. I have LLCs, but corporations are better because they're taxed differently. And then when you turn in things, let's say like for an example, like right now people are turning in their PPP applications. You have to get way more information if you got an LLC than if you had a corporation. And then when you want to get deep into corporations, there's different types of corporations. So an S corp is actually better than a regular corporation because an S corp gets taxed. Then you don't have to go pay taxes again. Whereas if you have an LLC or a regular corporation, you get dividends that becomes a part of your income, and then that income gets taxed again after you already been taxed as a corporation because you're taking it upon yourself to put money in your pocket.
So you're saying that we should go seek an attorney's advice first.
Yeah.
But S corp is a preferable avenue to go down.
Right.
LLC.
Right. So the IRS is not going to help you, and a CPA is going to be very expensive. So I'm looking at somebody saying so. So an attorney, you know, they're gonna charge you about an hour. So they're gonna charge you $100 for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. Some of them don't charge that much. If you know.
Well, I got a fancy.
So I would sit down with them and do that, or you can go to a website called BizGrid, and if you have time, you can go on a BizGrid, and then it has stages of where you're at in your field. So if you're at a startup, if you have an idea, if you're an existing business, and then that you can click on that, and then there's nonprofits in here in Detroit that will help you for free.
Okay.
And so
is this information available on BizGrid for the Detroit?
Yes. So if you go to BizGrid.com, and then it'll come up, and then it'll say what point are you at, and it has different colors, and then it'll show you all the different people from funding all the way to assistance to real estate, everything. It's like the business Bible.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
I'm still stuck on the commercial property.
I don't see why you're so stuck on this commercial property. My eyes been on commercial properties for the last maybe 2 years, and I just have been in this failure to launch mode. And as I said, this guy here, literally, he's gotten better. He used to just beat me over the head when I didn't do something, but now he's just like, "Did you do it?" And I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Okay." Okay. Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm thinking, like, okay, it sounds good with the commercial property, but in my mind, it's a large startup cost.
So actually, it's not, because think about it. Let's say how many square feet you gonna need? All right, let's say you need 1,000 square feet, okay. Right? They're not gonna charge you $1 a square foot, right? They're gonna charge you like $5-6 a square foot, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
A year, so you're gonna be paying like a little under $1,000 a month, maybe between $1,000 to $1,200 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta buy all your equipment. You got paint. You gotta put fixtures up. You gotta put a flooring down. You know, you're gonna want a queue, so you're gonna have stuff on the walls and all that stuff. So now you're gonna spend $30,000-$40,000 to build out another person's space. And you could have bought a building for $30,000-$40,000, renovated it yourself with your money, and then now instead of you being in the hole for $30,000-$40,000, you done put equity in a building, and now your building worth $60,000 if it's worth $30,000.
It's very smart, because even if the business that you have proposed for the commercial space doesn't work, somebody else will come in and rip it all out to use it for what they need. You're still gonna make money.
Yeah, and I think the entry point part that everybody forgets, that you don't have to be the master of everything. You know, there's already people that do this every single day. You just need to find the right person, the right partner that can help you, not physically as a joint partner in your business, but as a consultant or for hire person. A lot of real estate management companies, this is what they do every day. They manage real estate. So, you know, if you have a good contractor, I got an excellent guy that I work with. He's a contractor, and then I do work with a lot of Hispanic people in the city. So, like, my numbers are crazy. Like, I didn't even realize how cheap it is to get a lot of things done, especially during a pandemic.
I think I want to ask this question before we get too far along in the show. Are you open to people DMing you or sending you messaging through your social feeds to connect and maybe just get further instructions or directions if they are a little lost through the show or didn't have the question?
Yeah, just understand that I got 2 boys, a wife, and I work full time, and I got a couple businesses. So if I don't respond right away, don't be mad at me. Just send another message.
And don't send me the message, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, you can inbox me. It's okay.
Don't inbox me about the questions for him, okay, y'all?
Me neither. So I'm gonna
So
my question.
Somebody asked about PPP.
Yes.
You need to go to your bank. and you need to find somebody that that's either has an MBA or someone who you can use a CPA and be very I want to say blunt on what you're looking for when you apply for your PPP loan, because that could change your life if you do it right. It literally can change your life.
Literally change your life, folks.
Yeah.
So with the PPP, if okay, let's say we're business owners. Okay, let's say okay. So even if we're the only person that's working for it, we can still apply for it.
Yeah, you're still a business. You're still an employee. You got one employee. You're the employee.
Interesting.
So, I mean, you've been telling me this for years. She's putting it in her notes. Let's see. Let me see. What other questions? What other questions do we have?
Is it best for you to file your taxes with like a CPA, or should you just try it on your own, do like TurboTax or something?
That's like saying, should I cut my hair myself, or should you cut your eyebrows yourself, or do your thing? No, you should not. You should not do your.
You get mixed. Somebody was saying, unless you're making a certain amount of money, you don't need a CPA.
Yeah, I would definitely get a CPA. Like if you're not making a lot of money and it's not. So let me say this. So the first couple of years of my business, I didn't do my taxes myself, but I just added it on to my income. And then I went into a tax preparer and they did my taxes. I live in a condo, and which is a co-op. So technically I don't own my unit. And so because I don't have a brick and mortar home that has its own tax ID number, parcel number, I don't get a lot of different benefits that a homeowner would get. So that's why I always buy a house, so that I don't want to live there, but I can get those benefits. But I also have a business, and then I write off all my expenses. So if let's say as a household, I made $160,000 a year. After I write all my stuff off, I'm at 112. So now I'm only taxed at $112,000 rather than 160. So that saves me a lot of money. And also, you gotta look at your brackets where you fall at when they give you this free money right now. Because if you make too much money, you're not gonna qualify for a stimulus check. So I definitely urge, if you own a business, that you do your taxes every year, that you report the money that you make. There's nothing wrong making a lot of money on a business. The problem is that you don't understand your deductions, and you should always file your deductions, because if it's 5 years down the line and now you own a business, you've been renting for 5 years or 10 years, and you want to buy a building, when you go to the bank and they say, I need to see your tax return for the last couple of years, and it showed that you only made 20, 30,000, but in reality you made 150, 60,000 a year, they're not about to give you no money because they can't trust you. And you're gonna give somebody something. You're gonna give somebody 10,000 press-on nails if they can't show you they can sell one box.
Not at all.
So nobody gonna give you tens and thousands of dollars if you can't show that you can make 50, 60, 70, 80,000 a year.
So we have another question. What data should someone consider when looking into purchasing a commercial property?
Okay, so my wife got some money, so I told her, one day you might want to leave me, and you want to be your own woman, so you need to have some money in your pocket, so you ain't got to be hitting me up. And I think that's very important. And I'm being funny right there, but like I think as spouses, husbands, and wives, if you're the breadwinner, whoever it may be, even if your significant other might not be interested in that, like you should try to help them understand how to make some money and make good decisions. I'm gonna answer that question once. I just don't want to forget this point. So for an example, if you like jewelry, there's 5 jewelry companies that always appreciates. So there's 2 of them that you guys know about that's at Somerset, David Urim and Tiffany. So no matter what you buy there, it's gonna appreciate, meaning down the line, if you get jammed up, you can borrow against those items, because in the world of the white man, those items are precious to them, and so they would love to take that from you and give you some money so you can mess it up. So, but back to what I was saying. So right now, I like a community called Morningside. Morningside is East Warren, Arter Drive, between Alter.
Right.
So everybody consider that the hood, right? But it's actually a beautiful neighborhood, and it has a lot of commercial properties up and down East Warren. They got bike lanes. You could right next to East English Village.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are to get you thinking, West Village is next to Indian Village, right? Mm-hmm. West Village is one of the hottest neighborhoods in the city right now. You got single family houses selling for $200,000-$300,000. Mm-hmm. But 15 years ago, it was a war zone, and you couldn't even stop and go get at the liquor store without hearing gunshots or being shot at or being robbed. So they done cleared all that out, and then all these new people that don't look like us, just moved in, start renovating the houses, start buying the commercial properties, putting viable businesses in those commercial properties where people started driving over there just to partake of these businesses.
Right.
And now they're building 5-6-story apartment buildings and condos on Van Dyke and Kirchwood. That doesn't make any sense, right? Because that's not Midtown, that's not downtown, that's just a regular neighborhood. So your first entry point is find a up and coming neighborhood where you can get the largest building that you can handle for the lowest price.
Okay, so that was really good information. So I'm trying not to dog this. Go ahead. I'm trying not to dog this conversation.
I got so. Just go ahead.
Okay, so we talked about the taxes, talked about some of the resources that are available to business owners here in the city or people that want to start businesses in the city. What are some other unknown resources that we are overlooking or we just don't know about?
I think so. When it comes to financing, I think people don't know about is you have like Invest Detroit, List Detroit, which is kind of these are nonprofits that finance small businesses.
Okay.
It's not easy to get a loan from them, but it's not hard. But they do charge a higher interest rate than a bank would. So you're going to pay a premium for this money, but they're a little bit more lax. I think there's a lot of nonprofits in certain communities that can help you get things done and to get it financed. So that's why I say I think the underlying thing I'm saying is that like learning the Biz Grid is a really good resource. I think that people are not really that don't know about it. And then utilizing your district business liaisons in these 7 districts because they know what's going on.
Okay.
And they'll know who to go talk to.
Okay. So I do have another question. So with the business liaisons, I can just call them?
Yeah, you can call them, you can email them. I gave a link, so you guys will post the link. And it'll show you what districts they are. You can call them, you can email them, and you can inbox me and tell me what neighborhood you're in, and I can hook you up with them.
Okay.
Like they're gonna be the best. They're gonna be your best friend if you own a small business.
Okay.
They get things done. Like that's their job. Like, and I mean like from like if somebody cut your water off in a business at 2:00 in the afternoon. And you got people coming to partake in your business, like they can get that, they're gonna fix that situation right then and there, type of stuff. Like to you finding property in a certain community, you having issues with dumping, because that's a big thing with commercial properties. Everything because they're like an extension of the city, but they work with the DGC, so they know exactly who to go talk to.
What was one mistake that you made? Whether it was early off or something that you like, okay, I can help somebody.
You just want one?
Oh, however many you want to give. Like, what's something that people don't even think, like, damn, this was a big mistake and I really messed up. Let me try to help
So I think my biggest mistake, but I mean, I don't really think it's a mistake. But my biggest mistake, I bought where I live at right now is a beautiful place, and I love it. But it was actually a mistake because I bought it emotionally rather than thinking logically.
What?
So like, yeah. So you knew it. Yeah, but you remember the year before I bought it, like I was going hard. I was trying to make some money. I was trying to make all this money to go buy a condo.
Yeah.
And my realtor called me, and I was so set on living here. She called me and told me that I could buy 2 condos on Lafayette, not in 1300 Lafayette, but across the street. Those garden.
Okay. Oh, and with the black windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I could have got 2 of them for $10,000 a piece. And instead of paying what I paid for this place and buying my furniture. So I could have bought 2 of those. And so right now they selling for like at least $500,000.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Me and Greg have been through this because he had that opportunity. I had an opportunity like down in Hyde Park. And I was like, I'm not buying that for $20,000. I don't care. And I saw a sale last year for $400,000. So
Yeah. I mean, so those were mistakes. I think other mistakes I've made, it's all surrounding around real estate, I would say. Like I knew what was going on. Like right now, I would say the mistake that people are making right now is not buying houses for a couple $1,000s and like $1,000. Like if you ain't got it, like 5 people come up with $1,000 and then y'all go get a loan for 50, like that's 10% down. And go just buy one house and renovate it and just see what happens. And after you made that money, get into something bigger. But I mean, I could have bought a house in Brush Park for $150,000. It was moving ready, and my homeboy bought it, and me and my wife laughed and was like, "These niggas crazy." And now it's worth $1 million. His house is worth $1 million.
yeah.
Another mistake. Me and my wife was driving in Indian Village one day.
Yeah.
And it was a house for $50,000. It was 5,500 square feet. Had a carriage house on the back, and I didn't buy it. And it's worth $1 million. I don't think I'll be married after I bought that house though. But
I will say to piggyback off of what he's saying, most of my regret in life has been surrounded around real estate that I did not purchase. Bottom line, because at the time, like you know how they say hindsight is 20/20. If I knew then what I know now, I would have bought half of the crap that was offered to me, but I didn't because I couldn't see the value. So now my goal is to be able to see beyond what's presently here.
yeah, give me one.
I gotta get my card to lose. And I know scared money don't make money. But yeah, when it comes to a lot of money, I want to try to erase one of these so we can get the word. We might make it. Should we wait to the end?
I think we just gotta keep going, and then we will figure it out later, folks. But please, we appreciate all of you for sticking with us. This has been some valuable information that you all can take with you, and maybe when you come back, just read the comments because there's a lot of information in the comments. Because our producer here, she has been adding all of the information to the comments so you can see it. And I think this was a really good conversation. Maybe we'll have one at another time to talk about new things or, you know, some more focused questions about business. But this is live. This is a live broadcast. So we'll figure this out.
We're going to get Studio B together.
We're going to figure it out. So, yeah, that's what's happening here. Yeah, so it's probably something like he said. He told you guys he has 2 small children. One kid is 5. Your other one is about to be 2. Like, you know, the kids.
And he got life. So if you've enjoyed this, please share it. Now we are actually on YouTube. My fabulous co-host for all the shows on YouTube.
So with that being said, I'm gonna tell you this right now. After Tuesday, you can watch this as many times as you want to on Facebook between now and Tuesday. On Tuesday, we are deleting all the Facebooks and redirecting you to YouTube. By Tuesday, it will be on YouTube. Do not come back to my Facebook page looking for episode 7, 6, 5, or 4. They're gone.
Okay, I guess on Tuesday.
You got to
Watch them up. Watch them up. This song, it was good at first.
It was. Good. We rolling.
Right, you just got to do it. Good work. The sun started off really good in my favor, but this is really good. So now I have like so many things going on in my head.
I know she does. I knew this was gonna happen.
I took so many notes. I'm so glad for this pen and this Galaxy 10 note. This is like the best. Because iPhones, they don't have a pen that just comes in a phone. And can you write notes on an iPhone? No.
You don't need.
You're typing.
We don't need.
I'm writing.
We don't need.
It's a difference.
We don't
Galaxy is better. And for those who think I don't know the difference, I have an iPhone.
Siri probably already got the conversation anyway, so it don't even matter. So, yeah, show is available only until Tuesday. Going forward, if you do not watch the show on Facebook or GrooveRadioDetroit.com/media, I don't know what to tell you after Tuesday.
Kelly, all the episodes are on except the first one because the first one we had technical difficulties. But it was broken up into 2 segments.
So we didn't put that one
up. So 2 through today is 10, 2 through 9 are already on there. And as of Tuesday, 10 will be there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, my battery.
We held you down. We were playing.
Yeah.
We said, so this is what I'm going to tell you what I promised the people. I said maybe we'll have you back on later on to have on another business show to talk about a more focused group, a more focused area of business, and maybe we just want to have a cannabis show, or maybe we want to have a real estate show where you can talk about different things, commercial real estate, residential real estate. I don't know, but
yeah, we do everything. We also, I'm sorry. I like to talk.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I wanted something that I was thinking about. For people who have kids.
Wait. You have an echo. You got 2 things on?
I don't think so. Let me see.
what you do when you came back?
You said, oh, you know what I do? I'm sorry. Is that better?
No.
As we echo back.
It was, what about now?
That's better.
Yeah.
No,
I
don't worry.
It had 2 of them had popped up when I turned the computer back on. What I was gonna say was I know I wanted to start with this. I was having a conversation with somebody about their son. Their son is like 14 years old, and she was like, "I want my son to have a job. I didn't really for the money, but I want him to get out into the world and like experience life." And I told her, I was like, what are you thinking about him working at? She was like McDonald's or Burger King. And I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. My stepdad here in Michigan, he worked as a car detailer for 30, 40 years. So
something else going on with the sound, G.
Oh man. The devil don't want y'all to hear
You
this.
just started echoing again.
I'm gonna turn it off and come back.
Okay, okay. So this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap this show up, y'all. And I know it's 10 minutes, but this you all know this is not us. This is not us. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let you all know that Greg will be back to give us more information and have y'all questions ready. And because I'm on the main line. I'm on the main line, so I'm gonna get through. Y'all gotta wait.
They're saying they can hear him. So let me do this. I'm about to try something just because
Wait, no. Do.
I want to do this one.
No, not that one. Do that
This one?
Yeah.
Leave it. Hold on. Okay.
All right, you
hello?
want me? Yeah.
I have been scared to push this button all show. And we just decided, because I told her, I sent the text, like, I think I found a problem, but I'm scared I'm going to hang us up and hit the wrong one. Okay, so go ahead. What you were saying?
All right, so I was talking to a young lady, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have my son work at McDonald's or something like that." And I was like, "No, that's not a good idea." And I wanted to give a backstory because I don't want people to think like I think that job is beneath people or anything like that. But McDonald's and these fast food places are not what it used to be when we were kids. You know, working at the grocery store was like that was a rite of passage of learning, you know, responsibility and dealing with the public. But I think today, with us being young, a lot younger parents and having kids that are well technologically well off and like they know how to use technology, they know how to talk to people, they know how to get stuff done from home, from anywhere because they got their computers and their tablets. Have your child take a career assessment test, find out what they like, find out what they want to do, and then go find them an internship somewhere in a real company and let them expunge that. One, if they're a black young kid, they're gonna see racism and they're gonna learn how to deal with it and overcome it and not have to be worried about getting fired because they can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Two is they're gonna meet somebody and it's gonna broaden their horizon other than you. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, kids they like this. Like my sons love me now, but when I get older, they're not gonna listen to me. So, but it's gonna be that guy that's my same age that they look up to. That's gonna be like, hey, young blood, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And you don't want the nigga that was, you know, I'm sorry, you don't want the young man that was out here in these streets.
I like the other word.
That, you know, there's not a positive role model, and then telling them to do this when you can have this guy who's been working in corporate America and probably still a little street in him and say, hey, bro, this is the better way to go. And I think that's like a very important thing. Like,
I think that's important too because, you know, all of us, well, not him, he was the smart one, but some of us, we went through college and we have student loan debt, and sometimes college is not for everybody.
It's not.
You know, when your kid is not built up for college, stop trying to force this school on the kids.
and
Let
trade.
them take the career assessment test and figure out what they need, what they can do. Because like she said, we need electricians, plaster workers, we need people working with the hands, we need some mechanics out here. They already said it's a shortage.
And they get paid.
Like,
Nice money and benefits.
plumbers, we need plumbers out here.
So
Everybody don't have to go to college.
So let me tell you, your average plumber at the factory I think start at like 80 something a year, and they get overtime, so they hitting 150, 160, almost 200.
You know how much money I owe in college loans, and I don't make 150 from education. I'm just letting you know, I'm a little bit upset that, and it's funny, college was forced upon us, but I've always had like a business sense where I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I wanted something safe. And I think I've finally come to that age and that point in life where I'm tired of playing it safe.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
On faith.
I wouldn't say that college was forced upon us, but at the time when we were young, the more letters and papers you had, the more money. I would say like this. America was set up to be where the more knowledge and the more money, more papers you got, the more money they're gonna pay you.
Yeah. Until you get to the job.
Right. Well, no, even when you get a job, like think about it. The CEO, whoever does the less work, get the most money.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. Because at that point, you just building the teams to do the work.
Right. And at the end of the day, whoever's the best manager is gonna get the most money.
So I think this conversation has been really helpful.
It has. Albie, I understand you with that 6 figures. I owe so much money in college loans. I'm ready to get that degree back.
It's not even giving what
It's
it's
supposed to gain. We doing that TikTok today. I am doing that because this degree is not giving what it's supposed to gain. Even though I love the kids, Sean love the kids, but
not even giving what it's supposed to give.
not
But
even,
Sean,
not at all.
Are you a DPS teacher?
I'm sorry.
No, she works for another district.
Oh, okay.
I used to work in Detroit. Did you say that? I didn't hear. But they had messed up my money, so I had to leave.
Well, no, but they also give a lot of benefits. So Detroit teachers get, 50% off on real estate.
They do, but you have to stay in a certain area. So, like when I had worked in Detroit, I had looked into that, and the area they wanted, it's like the area around your school. I was like near the Brightmoor district and stuff. So I was thinking in terms back then of living there. So that's where my mind was. I wasn't thinking of just buy it, buy a couple, and do what you got to do with it.
And see, what I would have been thinking is find a laundromat that's closed and lived upstairs, and then rent the laundromat out downstairs. If somebody don't want the cleaners, and I'll keep going up and down the stairs out the back.
See,
but I own the building.
But see, again, like the way you're thinking, that wasn't something that was inbred. Like to think outside the box. So I was thinking, I'm not about to live in Brightmoor to get stolen. So
she's gonna get stolen.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at the point where I'm thinking. So it's more. Let me just ask you this, because I know we got to wrap up real fast. It's 2 questions, but kind of in one.
Okay.
You're in business with your friends for some of your business, and you have a wife. How is it mixing business and friendship? And do you go in business with your wife, or y'all keep that separate?
So I would like to go in business with my wife, but my wife doesn't want to go in business with me. No, like my interactions, like I'm right now. I sound like a really nice guy, but I'm an asshole at the end of the day.
In part, you have to be.
Right. No, I don't. I need to be better. And Marty said it earlier, like I used to be on her head, like
be on my head, like, did you do X, Y, and Z? No. Well, you need to do it, and then somebody like. Yeah,
I'll be on her like so. I only do that because I care. But so it's kind of funny. So we have 4 partners in this company, and so my best friend, his name is Grant. You know the one that lived in Boston. Yeah. So when we talk, everybody think we about to fight. But it just be a regular conversation. But if you're from the outside looking in, you think it's about to be a problem, and then but it don't be. And so but then my other homeboy Jay, like he's so laid back. We just talk and it's whatever. And then my other partner Keith, he just so laid back too. So it's just it's not even conversations. It's just we just boom, 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 boom. We need to do this. So everybody has different personalities and everybody has weaknesses and strengths, and everybody put that on the table when we got together. My biggest problem is like, if you be a partner with me, I want to know everything that you know, and then I want to be able to do everything. Mentally, I just can't just stay in my lane. And so I'm always a part of businesses where I have to be a part of a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And so actually, me and my wife are actually buying a property, and it's going to be a commercial property over in Morningside. So that's a really good area. I'll emphasize that. That's Drive in East Warren.
So
Carter Drive in East Warren.
Oh, see, I don't know about the east side.
You got to learn these little pockets. So
I'm about to because I'm about to have them everywhere.
You got to see where the investment is happening. So,
and I want to say Highland Park is if y'all want to buy some houses, y'all need to go.
A yabba dabba do. A yabba dabba do.
No, don't say that.
Yabba dabba do.
The more
the yabba dabba do, we gotta close the show. So
skip the boom. Funny going on.
So we enjoyed having Greg here today to share some knowledge with us
God.
about what we need to do in business. And as I promised you all before, and he has agreed, we will have him back to talk about more concentrated areas of business and the resources we need so we can get our bags up. You know, everybody's trying to get their bag up. Get their bag up.
I like bags. So,
until next time,
remember, wear your mask.
Wash your hands.
If you have a reusable mask, wash it so you don't get the bumps and stuff around here. Buy your sheets, press nails,
and make a shake and enjoy drink. Until next time.
Thank you. God bless. Thank you, Greg. Gregoire. We really appreciate
That's Haitian Greg.
Haitian Greg. Can we call you Haitian Greg?
Yes.
Okay. We about to call you Money Man Greg in a minute. That's what I'm talking about. So we will see next week. We have an esthetician.
Yes, Alicia from Bearskin Beauty Spa here in Detroit. She will be here to talk about skincare and everything we should be doing.
And in 2 weeks, guess who's gonna be here?
Kyra!
My sister will be here in 2 weeks. And if you know anything about my sister, yeah, but we're gonna have to tell her, we're gonna have to give her the same disclaimer. She cannot move into Marty's spot, but it's gonna be fun time. So again, thank you, Gregoire. We'll be back next week. Share this stream, and remember, we will be on YouTube. So start following us there.
Yep.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye.